Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the module Continuous Success in the Success Course. Today's topics are Rewind, Feedback and Forward. Let us look back at the previous modules and summarize the main points. You have seen that success is not a one-time attempt, but a mindset that lasts a lifetime. That means to dedicate time and effort onto success, using the success principles. You want to be prepared for the big opportunities that will come along. Therefore, you build new success on top of existing success. The new challenges to take have to match your abilities. They should not be too easy, because your goals should be relevant. And they should not be too difficult, because your goals should be attainable. Keeping your effort in the flow zone, you will increase your competence and be able to handle more difficult challenges. This way, you create a new version of yourself. Reality is heavily influenced by your way of looking at it, and you can change it by changing your actions, feelings, mental images and thoughts. Goals are a way to program the brain towards success and to define success. You need to reinforce the intended reality with goal-related actions, feelings, mental images and thoughts. You can keep such a constant focus on the goal with visualization and daily actions towards the goal. Goals that are defined according to the SMART criteria are more likely to be realized, where SMART stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time-bound. Feedback loops are a good tool on your path to success. Feedback loops help finding your path towards the goal and keep you on the right track. A feedback loop is a simple but powerful idea from engineering. You want to control some system according to a desired state. For example, a room with respect to temperature. You need a sensor to detect the current situation and an actuator for doing necessary changes. The feedback loop means to determine a change based on the difference between the desired state and the current sensor reading. A similar setup is used in personal fitness training, and we will use it for success. In this case, the system is reality, and the desired state is of course the goal. If the goal is measurable, then we can check how close reality is to our goal. Based on the distance between goal and reality, we plan the next actions. We apply the actions and repeat the loop from the beginning. It is essential that the goal is measurable and that the plan is really implemented with actions. In such a loop, there is no failure, only actions that help or do not help achieve the goal. Failed actions can thus be used to adapt the direction. A feedback loop is very powerful because it helps to keep a constant focus on the goal. For forward movements, Newton's first law states that every object in a state of uniform motion tends to remain in that state of motion unless an external force is applied to it. There are two ways of looking at this law. First, an object at rest will remain at rest unless acted upon by a force. Applied to success, it means you will not move towards success unless you apply a force towards success. Just knowing the success principles is overrated because the movement is coming from a force. You can collect as much success knowledge as you want. if you do not apply it, you remain standing still. In order to apply the force in the right direction, it is important that your goal is specific, thereby defining a direction. Second, Newton's law says that an object in motion continues in motion with the same speed and in the same direction unless acted upon by a force. This is good news for you, because it means that if you have started moving towards success, you will keep moving in this direction. With more force, you can increase the speed, but for stopping you, some force is needed. It is here that your success team comes in, because it provides you with an extra force towards success. This way, the success course is just the starting point on your road towards success. You have to keep going, and the success will increase with each step. You can go the distance, like Hercules.
I am on my way. I can go the distance. I don't care how far. Somehow I'll be strong. I know every mile will be worth my while. I would go most anywhere to find where I belong.
The affirmation for this week is, I continue working for my success. The usual rules for affirmations apply, as you can find in the course information page. And now the golden habit for the next 2 weeks. Acknowledging means to admit the existence of your progress. This puts focus onto the positive results and helps you stay on your path towards success. Consequently, your progress is likely to be repeated. Reserve a fixed time of the day, for example, just before falling asleep. Thank for the past day with special focus on the tasks towards your goal you have finished. Then visualize the goal. Finally, anticipate the positive events of the next day with special focus onto the tasks towards your goal. Today's topics have been: success can be achieved by using SMART goals. Success can be achieved by using a feedback loop based on the goal and the actions. Success can be achieved by continuous work on it. This was the last teaching session in the Success course. Thank you for watching this channel and good luck for your success.